Well, hey everybody, I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. How are all of y'all doing today? It is another spectacular day here in South Alabama. I got up super early this morning. I was out walking by 6:30. Got a very long walk in. I'll probably get a little bit more this afternoon. I'm hitting those 10,000 steps every day now. Some days much more, but just feel good. Just feels good to get my body moving and moving more than just going to the gym. So I highly encourage it. If you're not already outside taking advantage of this warm weather, do it. I want to talk about raw food diet and health and about how you're in charge today. I do videos every day, so if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I'd really appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe button and come back and check out some more of my content. And then click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. I'm pretty excited about the weekend again. I'm going back down to Pensacola. Hadn't planned on it. Definitely hadn't planned on spending the night, but a little local vegan group I'm in on Facebook, they're having a social on late Saturday afternoon. So I'm like, yeah, I need to meet some people, and even better so, meet some vegan people. So looking forward to that. Going to be a fun weekend, and yeah, I'm always showing that kind of stuff. Like on the day-to-day, I'm telling you, follow me on Instagram. I story all the time. I story a lot of these walks too. And it's actually, I got to be, I'm not real super happy about being in a little bitty town in the South right now, but a lot of scenery, a lot of beautiful stuff to show on my walks in the morning. But anyhow, I was thinking about this last night. As I was going through some stuff for myself, and I was thinking about some of the people that I respect on the raw food diet, and incidentally, they're not even people you would know. They're just people that I know that do this lifestyle, and that I've taken things from, that I ask questions, I ask their opinion, I've gotten help from. And as much as I respect them, and that's going to kind of be the point of You're in Charge today, as much as I respect them, there's still people that I respect more than anybody else doing this lifestyle. And I can agree with so much of what they say, and it's not even necessarily I disagree with some of what they say, but you always have to be the one that's, like, we're taking in lots of information. I've talked about this before, like your health. That's why I threw in health, and not just a raw food diet, but let's focus on health. You should always be in charge of your health. You should always be the one making the decisions. No matter how much information is coming in, and I hear people say that all the time, well, so many people, you don't know where to turn. This person's saying this person's saying that. Well, you've got to have some sort of a filter. And also, too, you got to have a little bit more confidence in yourself. Even if you're new to this lifestyle, you don't know a whole lot about it, I'm going to say good chance you have common sense. Good chance that you figured things out in life before that you were not an expert on, or maybe you didn't even know anything about when you went into. I just believe we have this sort of intuition about ourselves that no matter how much experience you have, no matter how much knowledge you have, and no matter how much another person has experience or knowledge more than you, nobody knows your body, nobody knows you like you know you. And that's where, I hear people all the time, and I've mentioned this before, where it's real popular to say, well, and it's kind of, and sometimes it's kind of a cop-out when people say, well, everybody's different. Technically true, but not like radically different where, like, where we're all over the spectrum. But I believe when it comes down to subtleties, that's where the differences really come in. Like I say, I know a lot of people that are thriving and doing very well on this lifestyle, and I take a lot of opinions and advice from them. But then we get down to some things, and I'm like, nope. They may know this, they may know that, and that might work for them, or that might be true for them. I know that's not for me, or I know this is for me, or I know I need to do something my way. And also, too, it just comes from a place of I don't like when people don't take responsibility, and I always want to take responsibility, and you should too, or most people should. I don't think that's too strong of a statement to say, yes, you should take responsibility for your choices, especially for your health. I mean, that's the most important thing, because if you don't have your health, that's where everything starts. If you don't have your health, everything breaks down from there. So you should be the one making the decisions. And it just kind of irks me sometimes when even when they're talking about people that I would never listen to, people I disagree with, I hate when people like put the blame off on somebody else. Well, I watched so-and-so, or I read this, or I followed this or that, and now they're mad. Now they're upset, and now, because they took the control and they gave it to somebody else. You gave your control to somebody else. You always have to be driving the car. You can get help. You can have people help you to navigate. You can have people to look up directions for you. But in the end, if you're driving the car, you're driving the vessel, you're driving your body. So in the end, you got to make those decisions. And you have to kind of develop it. Okay, when you first kind of get started on this lifestyle, I've said this a million times, yes, you're not as in charge, and you can't rely as much on your feeling, your intuition, just that kind of body intuition. So you do have to listen, and you have to learn, and you have to rely on more outside sources. You have to rely on what other people are telling you and what other people are referring you to as far as resources go. But still, didn't you, think back? I mean, and I'm kind of talking too to people that have done this for a while and they're actually doing well on this. Think back even to when you first started hearing about a raw vegan lifestyle, or when you started watching videos about a raw food diet or whatever. No matter, you may not have known anything at the time. I didn't know anything at the time. But didn't some things just sound just naturally? Didn't you gravitate towards this makes sense? And then some things were just like, well, I know I don't know that much about this lifestyle yet, but that just doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. Over the years, I try to be balanced. I kind of I give myself enough credit for being having common sense and being a fairly intelligent person that can figure things out if given a bunch of different information, but I also know what I don't know. But there's just, I don't know, and I'm not some sort of a genius, and I've killed more brain cells than most people have, but there's just always been something that, even in information that's way, way, way over my head, even if we're getting into next level science stuff about this lifestyle, or sometimes even next level science stuff about in other fields, I love to look at stuff and watch stuff about physics, and I'm talking about really out there physics. I'm not a scientist, I don't know any of the terms, but some of it makes more sense to me and some of it sounds like just total ridiculousness. And then when I start seeing, okay, who agrees with that I'm saying this is ridiculous and who agrees that I think this makes sense. And a lot of times I have validation on that. So you've got to always be in charge. And if this lifestyle doesn't work out for you, if you're doing it wrong, or if you're not getting the results you want, for God's sake, own it. Take charge of it and stop blaming other people, because you're making the decision. It's just, it's like, if you were to, I'm trying to think of a good analogy. Ignorance is not an excuse. It doesn't matter what I'm telling you. That's why sometimes I'm different than most people, if you haven't figured that out. There's a lot of times people, well, that information shouldn't be out there, or this person's putting an irresponsible message out there. See, that I don't care about that stuff. I'm always going to be responsible. If somebody's saying something ridiculous, well, I'm smart enough not to jump on that. But what I'm kind of going back to also with this is this is always an active process. There's so many followers out there, and I wish we just had all leaders, not necessarily leading other people, but leading yourself. Everybody, so many people just getting led around by the nose. They follow their guru, and everything guru says they do, or they follow certain people. It may just be me, but there is nobody out there, probably in any subject or in any type of subject. There's nobody out there that I agree with 100%, whether it's on this food, whether it's on business things that I look at, whether it's on the way I'm doing t-shirts, whatever. There's just nobody out there that I'm going to agree with 100%. And also too, let me add this in about taking charge. Don't limit yourself. Don't go in with preconceived ideas like, well, yeah, I don't listen to this person because I heard them say this and I don't disagree with that. Listen to everybody. Listen to everybody. I don't necessarily say follow everybody, do what everybody says, but listen to everything. So many people have closed minds. It's like, I'm not afraid to see things or hear things that I disagree with. And a lot of times I will watch things and I might disagree with 80% of the content or 80% of what a person is saying, but I get one little nugget of gold out of there. I get one thing that I can use. So once again, this has got to be an active process. Let me tell you something, and I truly believe this can, you can extend this to all different areas of your life. Look more inside yourself. I'm not saying, some people say everything you need is within inside you. Okay, there are things we can take and use from outside, but most everything in life you can figure out. You are in charge. Especially in this day and age, we have so many tools, so many resources at our fingertips that we should all be active participants about whatever we're doing in life and not just blindly following people. And it's kind of fun to figure out this process on your own. And I think that's why I have done as well as I have on this lifestyle, is because I have just kind of taken charge on this. And I don't know. You tell me, who do I do this thing like? Do you see, I'm not following anybody. Do you see, when you watch my channel, do you say, oh yeah, he's doing this lifestyle like so-and-so, or he's doing this lifestyle like this person over here? No, he's doing that lifestyle like Jack. And that's exactly how I'm supposed to be doing that lifestyle like Jack. And this person over there, they should be doing their lifestyle according to, what they've determined through their own study and through learning and experience. Go by how you feel. Go more by your feel, by your body, by your experience, than by this theoretical stuff, by the book stuff, by the person telling you this stuff. Because, and I'll finish with this, until I don't feel phenomenal, I'm not going to change something I'm doing on somebody else's advice when every indication says what I'm doing is working for me according to what I'm looking for. Anyhow, hope you get something out of this one today. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Peace.